Hey guys, welcome back to Chase Packs. My name's Chase. Today I wanted to take a look at some vintage Pokemon cards that I'm looking to add to my collection. And let's take a step back from some of the modern stuff. It's hard to get the products. The cards are expensive. They are trending down right now, which is a good sign for us collectors. But I thought, you know what? I'm seeing a lot of content made on modern stuff. I know there are people out there who are covering vintage stuff. My feed is filled with Journey Together, the upcoming Destined Rivals, Prismatic 151. And although I do love all the modern stuff and I love getting all the news on, I do love bringing you guys the news on the new stuff. Sometimes it's nice to take a break, take a look at some of the cards that got us into the hobby in the first place, or a lot of us at least in the first place, people my age. And that's base set, that's jungle, that's fossil. Those are the first cards I collected as a kid. And, you know, I never finished all those sets. I traded away some of the cards that I still want to bring back into my collection today. So that's what we're doing today. I got a couple cards from base set, unlimited, because I never collected first edition. I didn't get into collecting Pokemon cards until the unlimited sets, base set unlimited. I think I have a couple fossil first edition holos, but most of my first Pokemon cards were all unlimited. So, you know, at some point I will collect first edition, but for now, I'm gonna keep trying to acquire the unlimited cards I need, finish my limit or my unlimited collection, and then maybe somewhere in the past or in the future, I mean, in here or there, I can collect first edition. But for now, we're just gonna look at some unlimited holo rares from, again, jungle, fossil, and base set. So let's take a look at them. Okay, first card, we have Raichu. Again, this is a base set holo rare, market price $43. In the last 3 months, it is down 0.88%. But I'm gonna guess that that's, let's take a look at 1 year. Okay, yeah. 1 year, it's up 15%. So it depends on how you wanna look at it. 1 month, it's up, 1 month, it's up 0.19%. But in the last 3 months, it's dropping. So not a bad price. You know these prices will be more expensive if you guys are looking for first edition cards. But to reiterate, this is my unlimited collection I'm looking for here. So I'm looking at unlimited cards, and the market price for this Raichu is $43. And these are near mint. These are near mint copies, guys, is what I'm gonna look at here. And you know, with these vintage cards, it's gonna be hard to find near mint cards. So you know, I know a lot of people who collect vintage, and if they can't get a near mint card, you know, they get the lightly played. And if that's all you can get, then that's all you can get. And if you're just looking to put it in a binder, I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be near mint. I mean, if you're looking to get these cards graded, then obviously, yeah, you're gonna try and get a near mint copy. But for my collection, I'm gonna do my best to get near mint in all these cards. But if I can't find it, you know, I'll just settle for lightly played. But all these ones I'm gonna bring up for you guys are gonna be near mint copies. So Raichu, cool card, classic. Maybe a Pokemon that flies under the radar because of, you know, Pikachu being stage 1, but cool card. Mewtwo, again, base set here, market price $20. That's because I'm on lightly played. Thanks, TCG player. Let's do near mint. That didn't sound right. All right, $46. Still not bad for the Mewtwo. Again, it is unlimited. This isn't first edition, but a near mint holo of Mewtwo base set, $46 market price. In the last 3 months, this card is way up. 21%, 21.5% pretty much. I'm gonna guess a lot of that has to do with the Destined Rivals set coming out. Gloria Team Rocket coming out in Japanese. That'd be my guess. Let's see what it was. What was it before it jumped? So the end of March, okay, one item sold at the end of March for $39. And then we got, you know, 4 items sold at the beginning of April for $46. So, you know, we're not talking about a whole lot of quantity of cards moving here, but you know, it did jump up, jumped up $6, so it is moving up, the Mewtwo at least. Okay, let's take a look at the Zapdos base set. Market price $39 for the near mint holo foil. 3 months, up 1.24%. Let's take a look at the year on this one. Yeah, the year, 20%. So over the year, I'm gonna guess, I haven't looked at the year on all these cards. Over a year span, I'm gonna guess that all of these vintage cards are gonna be up. Because again, these are vintage, very old cards, so they are just gonna go up in value. Just how it is. That's how it is with Pokemon in general. Sealed products, cards, the older this stuff gets, the more expensive it's gonna be. Most of you guys know that, but just in case you don't. Let's go back to the 3 months. Yeah, 1.4% in 3 months. Market price $39. This is one of my favorite cards. Zapdos is one of my favorite Pokemon. I know I had this card when I was a kid, and then I must have traded it away. I don't remember getting rid of it, but I must have traded this card away. But I do need to add this to my collection. That is why it's on the list. Okay, let's get into Jungle. Jungle Scyther Holo Rare. Jungle Scyther Holo Rare. My God. Market price $31 for the Near Mint Unlimited. See right here on this one, I don't know why, but on the first three, on the Zapdos, on the Mewtwo, and on the Raichu, it didn't give me a first edition holofoil comparison price. Maybe they didn't have any first editions in Near Mint. It could be the website. The website's TCG Player's been acting funky for me lately. But since we have the information here, the first edition market price is $93. The Unlimited, which is what I'm looking for my collection, is $31. So market price $31 over the last 3 months. It is up 15.17%. Scyther, always love this card. Again, one of those cards that I know I had. I just must have traded it away when I was a kid or something. So Scyther, definitely want to pick that up. This is the first big card that I need to get, and that would be the Snorlax from Jungle. First edition is going for $221. So expensive in first edition. Unlimited, $63. Not too bad. Not too bad. Over the past 3 months, it is up 18%. So this is a classic. This is the Chase card from Jungle. Super cool card. I know I never had this card. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think in Jungle, you could get a Snorlax. You can get a Snorlax non-holo rare. I'm pretty sure you could, and I think I had one, if I remember correctly. I think Jungle was the first. It was the first set that you could get rares without them being holos. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think so though. Big card though, especially if you want it in first edition, $221 again. That's not cheap. $63 market price for the Unlimited, which is what I'm looking for. But an awesome card, an awesome Chase cards. Man, yeah, I love that card. Love Snorlax as a Pokemon. Jolteon. First edition price, like again, since we have it here, you might as well look at it. First edition price, $176. So these evolution cards are expensive, no matter what era you get them in. First edition, $176. Unlimited, $67. So, outside of the Snorlax, a lot of these cards are hovering between the $40 and $70 range, it looks like. Over the last 3 months, this card's up 18%. Awesome card. I've seen a lot of Jolteon cards throughout collecting Pokemon. This is my favorite Jolteon card. I don't know what it is about this card. I just love the artwork. Yeah, awesome card. All right, another evolution, the Flareon, another amazing artwork. The first edition market price on this is $117.53. Unlimited's $58. So over the last 3 months, this card's up 27%. I think a lot of this, these evolutions are popular regardless of, trends, prismatic, pushing people to go look for those evolutions in other eras and from other sets. So that could be some of this, or it just could be that the evolutions are popular and this card was gonna go up anyway. But again, market price for the Unlimited, $58. It's up 27% over the last 3 months. Awesome looking card. Fossil Dragonite, one of my favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite cards of all time. First edition, $426. This card's expensive. Dragonite, usually when Dragonite's on a card, it's gonna be popular, it's gonna be sought after. Unlimited, $114. So other than the Snorlax, this is the next most expensive card that I'm looking to pick up for my base Unlimited, or my Unlimited collection. $114 Unlimited holofoil, market price $114.85. Over the last 3 months, it's up 24%. Let's look at a year. Up 89% for a year. Wow, so it's rising. But again, awesome card. Let's look at one more. No, we got a couple more. Aerodactyl. First edition price, $77. Unlimited, $23. Wow, going down. Okay, so over the last 3 months, it's down 0.7%. So this card's dropping. I do have one of these cards. I actually have one of these cards in a binder back in my room back there. but it is tore up, like it is damaged. But I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna sell it. It's the first one I ever pulled when I was a kid, so I'm keeping it. But I would like to have a nicer copy, and I can get a near mint here for $23, which is kind of hard to believe. I'm just surprised it's that cheap. Market price $23 for a near mint unlimited. And again, I know it's unlimited. Like the first edition, $77. So that's reasonably expensive. But $23 for an unlimited near mint, not bad. And Aerodactyl, it's a classic Pokemon for me. Another very, very popular Pokemon here. We got Gengar from Fossil. First edition, market price $223. The unlimited holo foil is $90. Over the last 3 months, it is up 17%. So Gengar, an extremely popular Pokemon. Obviously, up there with Charizard, up there with Pikachu. Name a popular Pokemon, Gengar can compete with it. So, but to be honest with you, this isn't one of my favorite Gengar cards. But I still need it for my collection, so that's why we're taking a look at it today. Let's go to the last card I have that I need to add to my unlimited collection. It is the Articuno. Just like with some of these other cards, I had this card. I mean, I'm guessing I just traded it away. Not sure, but yeah. Again, from Fossil, Articuno. The first edition holofoil price is $125. The unlimited price is $55. Market. Over the last 3 months, this card's up 25%. Let's look at the year on this one. Yeah, up 72. I mean, it just climbed from pretty much the middle of December last year, and it was down to $35. It just skyrocketed up until today, $55. 3 items sold. So Articuno, awesome card. This card was rising anyway. I was gonna say, does it have anything to do with the illustration rare Articuno that's really popular right now? Probably not, because again, as we saw, it's been rising since the beginning of the year, middle of December of last year. So, but awesome card. Love the blues. Articuno is a legendary bird. All the legendary bird cards are awesome. I got Zapdos on here and I got Articuno on here. Don't have Moltres because I already have Moltres in my collection. I would say that's probably a moderately played card that I have. I'm trying to keep them all lightly played near mint. It's just tough when you're looking at vintage cards though, right? A lot of us had these cards or have these cards and they're just not in the condition we would like them to be. But with collecting nowadays, it's hard to decide where to turn your focus to, right? I love the modern stuff. The modern sets, they're hot right now, but the product's hard to get. Stuff's expensive. It's nice to just take a step away from the craziness of that and just, go back to some slower, more nostalgic things that aren't so, I don't know, in your face. Don't really know how I want to word it, but it's just nice to take a step away from the craziness of the modern market as a collector and just go back and look at some older stuff, even though some of this older stuff is expensive. Let's be honest, the hype is on the modern stuff. People are dying to get Best in Rivals. They want Prismatic. They want Journey Together. They want the new sets. And it might be the time to take a step back and look at some of these older cards. If you're looking at, it depends on what you're looking at again, because if you go back and you're looking at some old cards like Team Up, obviously those cards are red hot right now, and so are the booster boxes. So from that era, but again, I always like to take a step back, look at some vintage cards, and just tune out some of the craziness of what's going on nowadays. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Wanted to bring you guys along, take a look at some vintage cards that I'm looking to add to my collection. You guys let me know down in the comments. Are you guys looking at anything vintage? Are you taking a step back from the modern because it's so hard to get, so expensive, and so hot right now? Are you diving full steam into these new sets? Are you timid about it? Is the prices too high? Are they being manipulated? Is it worth spending over market price to get these packs? I don't know. I do my best to do market, and sometimes it's just too much to think about. So I just stop. I go back to some old cards that I enjoy, and I just let the collector in me enjoy that and pursue those. And then when I'm ready, I'll go back to the new stuff. But let me know down in the comments, guys, what are you guys collecting? If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.